I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm referred to as the Big Game Hunter because I've been hunting down leaders and staff organizations for 40 plus years. I was listening to a podcast this morning on Freakonomics Radio. It's a show I enjoy listening to. It was being broadcast on Swell. Swell is an iPhone app. I don't know if it's available for other platforms. But the show is basically about the impact of appearance on income. Now, I know there's an impact on appearance in hiring too. So I'm just going to encourage you folks. Well, let me just start off by saying that the show basically started off by talking about the earnings of NFL quarterbacks. Now, for those of you who are outside the United States, that's American professional football quarterbacks. And it was very clear that the income levels of the NFL quarterback who looked better above the average of an NFL quarterback appearance earned more than those without. Now, there was one exception, and that was a relatively junior quarterback who is doing very well, but because of the pay structure in the National Football League, his earnings are artificially kept down. I'm sure they'll get revised in the next year or two. Be that as it may, how does this relate to interviewing? Well, in the society at large, there's a bias toward better looking people as well. Now, before you men think you've got it better than the women, you're absolutely wrong. The bias is most profound with men, not women. Now, with women, the show reports, they're conscious of the impact of their appearance on everything that they do. So they're very focused on that. Again, this is the reporting of the show. But in the statistics for men who were less handsome or didn't look as well or were downright ugly earn 8% less than better looking people. Now, I'll simply say that there was one exception, and this is the humorous one, and that's with thugs, robbers, where being ugly was a professional advantage to those who were in that line of work. But for most of us, being average looking or worse does have a financial impact. Now, I'm not suggesting to go out for plastic surgery. I want to be absolutely clear about that. The however is particularly for you guys who tend to undervalue this. It's important to present yourself extremely well. Now, again, it's not about getting plastic surgery. It's about your wardrobe, your grooming, everything peripherally related to your appearance, that you have something that you can work with, that you need to be prepared with. Now, I know this should be an obvious tip, but I can't tell you the number of people I talk with who really don't appear to do much of anything. Now, I want to be also clear that I'm not suggesting you go out and buy a $10,000 suit, and unless you can afford it. And I'm not suggesting that you get plastic surgery, but there are grooming things. And women, I know you're going to laugh because any number of men you may have seen this with, but they're oblivious to. The unshined shoes, the dirty fingernails, the ear and nose hairs, a whole host of other things that are very easy to take care of, that take away from what advantages you have. Your wardrobe, of course. As someone on my show on Job Search Radio pointed out, there are people who are very well dressed if it were the 1990s. And you need to update your wardrobe in order to look proper for the times. When all is said and done, if you can afford to forget about 8% of your income, by all means go out and do it. But over the course of your career, that translates into several $100,000, and you don't want to be doing that. Unless you're independently wealthy and it doesn't matter to you, which I suspect you are. So do the things to deal with your grooming and appearance. Take care of yourself. Try to keep your weight down, especially if you're out of work. Stay out of the refrigerator. Don't do things that are going to put pounds on you, make your clothing thus not fit you properly, so when you go on the interview, people look at you and think you're grotesque. So this is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did and you're watching on YouTube, share it, leave a comment, click the like button. Just do something that lets people know it's worthwhile for you. Now, in addition, come over to my website, jeffaltman.com, where I've got a lot of great content. Podcasts, I've got my videos there as well as on YouTube. Just come over to jeffaltman.com and go exploring. You'll find a lot of worthwhile stuff. In addition, you can search positions I'm recruiting for, post your resume to a bunch of sites from mine, find out about my coaching programs. Just go to jeffaltman.com and go exploring. A few final things. First of all, if your firm's trying to hire someone, send me an email at the address below. Let me know who to contact and whether I can mention your name. I'd love to help your firm staff positions. Next, if we're not already connected on LinkedIn, send me a connection request. My page is linkedin.com/in/the-big-game-hunter. You can use that address below to connect with me. This way you can save on any risk or hassles from LinkedIn. I hope you find this helpful. I hope you find my coaching of value. I've got lots of videos on YouTube, and my channel is called The Big Game Hunter TV. So this is Jeff Altman. Hope you have a great day. Take care.